For KBRFradio.com News, I'm Derek Sidian, and this is the Weekly News Recap, brought to you by Fergus Falls Monument, online at foreverstonемemorial.com, memorials that matter. The charges for the man accused of assaulting and attempting to drown his sister in Auditor Lake have been upgraded to attempted murder. 42-year-old Franklin Dickinson of Shakopee made his first court appearance Wednesday morning, where he was formally charged with second-degree attempted murder, 2 counts of felony domestic assault by strangulation, and misdemeanor domestic assault. Auditor County deputies said that around 4 Saturday afternoon, the sheriff's office received a 911 call from rural Battle Lake saying Dickinson was attempting to drown family members in Auditor Lake. Before law enforcement arrived, a neighbor and other family members were able to free the 25-year-old and 64-year-old victims and bring them to safety. Prosecutors say that Dickinson had become angry and grabbed his sister by the throat and began choking her underwater. At some point, the sister lost consciousness and was being held at the bottom of the lake. The pair's 64-year-old mother then intervened, and Dickinson began strangling her and pulling her hair down towards the water. Paramedics say the 25-year-old sister sustained neck, chest, and collarbone injuries and was taken to Lake Region Healthcare for what is believed to be minor injuries. Dickinson was talked out of the water by Auditor County deputies and was taken into custody. Court documents say Dickinson admitted to choking his sister and said he didn't know why he did it. A man was arrested in New York Mills for assaulting a woman who had to be hospitalized. 38-year-old Justin Lemon of New York Mills was arrested for third-degree assault and domestic assault on Saturday afternoon. Auditor County deputies say they were responding to a reported medical incident at a home on South Main Avenue in New York Mills when they found the 41-year-old victim lying on the floor with significant facial trauma that appeared to have been caused by assault. Deputies say that after securing the scene, New York Mills Rescue and a Astera ambulance provided the victim with medical attention before she was taken to Perham Health and later airlifted to a hospital in Fargo. Officials say she is now in stable condition. Deputies found Lemon in the house and took him into custody. On Wednesday, Lemon made his first court appearance and was formally charged with first-degree assault. A Pelican Rapids man is being charged with second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon for stabbing another man. 19-year-old Luis Armando Ralios Larios was arrested late Sunday afternoon after prosecutors say he and another man jumped the victim behind Pelican Valley Senior Living. Police found the victim and another man who had been with him during the incident at a nearby park. The victim had a stab wound in his back as well as a large contusion on his head. Both men told officers that they had been walking when 2 men jumped the victim, punched and stabbed him, then ran away. Police found Ralios Larios nearby based on the victim's description. He was later identified by the witness. Ralios Larios made his first court appearance Wednesday morning. 2 people were hospitalized following a head-on collision near Pelican Rapids last weekend. Troopers say that at around 1:30 Sunday afternoon, a minivan was heading south on Highway 59 near Dunvilla, and a pickup truck was heading north when the vehicles collided. The driver of the minivan, 28-year-old Lucas Moggan of Fargo, was transported to Sanford Hospital in Fargo for treatment of non-life-threatening injuries. His passenger, 28-year-old Haley Moggan, also received injuries and was taken to Essentia Health in Detroit Lakes. The 54-year-old driver of the pickup was not injured. A missing Pelican Rapids man has been found dead near Rolog. The Clay County Sheriff's Office says that 66-year-old Richard Evanson and his red Jeep were found in rural Clay County Tuesday afternoon. At around 10:15 on Tuesday morning, the Auditor County Sheriff's Office requested the public's help in finding Evanson, who was last seen in Rolog on Monday. Clay County and Auditor County deputies, as well as the family, began searching the area between Evanson's home and Rolog to try and locate him. At around 12:30, the Clay County Sheriff's Office was informed of a vehicle in a slough off of 280th Street South, southeast of Rolog. Once the vehicle was removed, it was found to be the red Jeep Wrangler that deputies and family were searching for. Evanson's body, as well as his dogs, were found in the vehicle. The Clay County Sheriff's Office is investigating the incident and is not releasing more information, but the Auditor County Sheriff's Office says foul play is not suspected. A small aircraft made an unexpected landing on a rural Woken County road Tuesday night. The Woking County Sheriff's Office says the aircraft landed around the intersection of 170th Avenue and 160th Street, southeast of Wolverton, at around 8:51. On the way to the scene, deputies were informed that there were 2 individuals on board and neither sustained injuries that would need medical attention. The individuals told deputies that they were flying from San Jose, California to Park Rapids. The Federal Aviation Administration and the National Transportation Safety Board are conducting a full investigation into the incident. Auditor County has announced the hiring of Natalie Yates as the new Public Information and Education Officer in the Solid Waste Department. The county says Yates brings extensive environmental expertise and a passion for community education to the county's recycling and waste reduction programs. In her new position, Yates will collaborate with schools, businesses, and community organizations to share educational programming covering recycling, composting, waste reduction, and sustainable practices. She will facilitate tours of solid waste facilities, distribute educational materials, and serve as a primary resource for teachers and organizations seeking to incorporate environmental education into their curriculum. Auditor County Sheriff Barry Fitzgibbons has announced the commencement of the Law Enforcement Scholarship Program for 2025. Sheriff Fitzgibbons says the MSA Board of Directors has established a scholarship fund for the awarding of up to 18 $2,000 scholarships for this year. The MSA gives special recognition to the financial needs of students attending the Peace Officer Skills course or one of the 2- or 4-year law enforcement degree programs around the state. Fitzgibbons says this scholarship allows sheriffs the opportunity to identify future law enforcement professionals and support the financial needs of their education. The scholarship deadline is November 28th. Application forms and a statement of procedures are available at the Auditor County Sheriff's Office. Former Mayor of Fergus Falls, Ben Shire, has announced that he is running for Minnesota State Auditor. Shire brings with him 16 years of local government experience, including 2 terms as Mayor of Fergus Falls and his most recent work with West Central Initiative as the Director of Civic Partnerships.
I'm running to be Minnesota's next state auditor because no office in the state is closer to local government than a state auditor, who oversees $40 billion in local government spending, and as importantly, provides the resources necessary to ensure that those tax dollars, your tax dollars, are spent effectively and efficiently.
Shire's announcement came on Thursday, shortly after the current state auditor, Julie Blaha, announced that she would not be seeking re-election in 2026. This has been the Weekly News Recap, brought to you by Fergus Falls Monument, online at foreverstonememorial.com, memorials that matter. For KBRFradio.com News, I'm Derek Sidian. Tune in at 5 o'clock every Friday afternoon on KBRFradio.com or on the Fergus Now app to stay up to date with local news. Find more stories on KBRFradio.com. Sign up for email news sent right to your inbox, delivered by Cooper's Office Supply.